Guys, welcome back to the Independent Investor Channel. These are update videos that I roll out on the dividend income that the portfolio is rendering from month to month. August was a little bit of a light month for me. That's fine. We're going to jump into the account and we're going to chronicle those stocks that paid over the three larger accounts and get you a total update on the portfolio renderings for the month of August, and then give you a forecast of what's to be expected moving into September for the dividend income. This is one very, very important reason as to why investors look to invest in the stock market. Dividend income can get it done for you guys. We'll drop you into the account now. Please enjoy. So I've held off in the month of August doing some dividend videos. I thought it'd be awesome to do a summary for the month of August. This is one of my worst dividend months of the year. Historically, you can go back and check that. That just so happens to be by nature of when these dividends are paid. It is worth saying that I didn't go one single week without being paid a dividend, but it was just a little bit lighter month. You can see here at the bottom line up front from the beginning of August to the end of August here, we rendered $296.20 during the month. Not too shabby. We'll take it. That is completely passive dividend income. So super cool. For you guys that are tuning into the channel for the first time, I do roll these videos out for new investors to kind of understand and validate why you invest. There's a lot of different reasons to invest, but dividend income could be one of those paramount reasons why you would look to establish a dividend portfolio more on the active side of the house. These are all single stock renderings from either one of my three larger accounts. I don't count the dividend income that I render off of my other accounts, especially the other two taxable accounts that I hold with M1 Finance. So you are only seeing part of the picture here, which is fine. Those other smaller accounts don't render a whole heck of a lot. But I thought it'd be cool to just roll this out. August has come and August is about to go. Moving into September, September is going to be big, and I'll go back to a weekly schedule. Anticipated dividend renderings for September is well over $1,000. So just so some of you guys are aware, you might be looking at this and then saying, you know, 296, wow, what's the big deal, Ryan? Well, the big deal is that this is passive in nature. This helps supplement my income later on in life. Right now, I have these holdings set up on a dividend reinvestment program. So with doing absolutely nothing other than hold the underlying equity, this $296.20 rolled back in to bolster my assets bucket, which in this case are my three accounts, Roth IRA accounts and the joint account. And I'm scouring through here, and it looks like I have representative payments of dividends from each of the three accounts. So of course the joint account, which is the taxable account, is going to render dividends without the luxury of tax protection. The other two will have that tax protection when the dividends are paid. Nonetheless, I do have them all set up on a dividend reinvestment program. So these were all single equities that have paid. I think the reason September is so big in anticipation of disclosure for you guys is I believe that a lot of the larger passive ETFs that I hold from Vanguard do in fact pay in September. So that's why that payout is significantly larger in that account. So we'll just go down the list here. Citigroup has been a long-standing holding of mine. Nice dividend payout of $33.73. We have just held long on this name, as well as all the other financials that have been just clobbered here of recent. Has shown some recent strength, and we're encouraged to hold this. I would really love to add to this position here where it is currently trading, but never hurts to just be an investor the majority of the time and opt to hold on to your current positions. Next on the list is a stock that I just have to own. It is Caterpillar. It's one of my favorites in the industrials. And 2635 of renderings this month will go back into buying more shares of Caterpillar. Procter & Gamble, one of my very few stocks that meet my elite category of stocks that you can buy and own forever. $19.90 of rendering from the holding of Procter & Gamble. So very good. Procter's been on a tear here, trading at pretty much against its 52-week high. So it's done really, really well as value has really taken off and started to perform. Old Ironside with Realty Income here. Absolutely fantastic. Ticker symbol O. This pays every month, so a little bit different here. I'm always going to have some level of rendering with Realty Income, 2344 on the holding. This is Apple Computers is next. This was in the joint account. I've liquidated my position in Apple Computers. It has been very, very kind to me this year. I've made good money. I think anybody that's buying it here at 38 times probably needs to be careful. Apple, I've watched my entire life trade at a valuation of in between 12 and 14. And here it is paying 3 times for a stock that's valued at $2 trillion is not something that I want to stretch my value investing fundamentals to stretch. I'll continue to monitor it. If it continues to go up, great. The market will benefit from that. If Apple does end up taking a nosedive, I think the market will correct with Apple. I find it hard to believe that we live in a market that can see Apple go down and the rest of the market go up. We will see. Technology has been on a real tear here as of late, and thought it prudent to take some profits in some of those that have really caught fire and I think really have overshot their valuation. And Apple falls into that category. I'm a double position owner in IBM. That just the value proposition makes a lot more sense with their recent acquisition of Red Hat. I'm super stoked to own it. Cisco, we own long. And I've not opted into buying any more old tech, Intel included. Just will continue to see those current positions in old tech and live to fight another day on Apple. We do own those through the indexes. That's totally fine. And we just don't own the stock outright. So this is a dividend rendering that was paid on a position that I owned, but's been liquidated. So that actually will go to cash at 2050. General Dynamics in the defense space, one of my favorite subsectors of industrials to invest in. 2 companies that I do not own, Huntington Ingalls being one, number 2 being Northrop Grumman. The 3 that I do own, General Dynamics, Lockheed Martin, and Raytheon Technologies round out that list of one of my favorite subsectors to invest in. I know Boeing has a hand in with their government contracts. That's exactly what I'm going after there, not to mention a nice dividend yield to boot. General Dynamics is a long holding of mine, 2750 in GD. Next on the list, CVS and Healthcare, 2521. I think it's a real nice value here, along with BMY in healthcare. So both of those really a nice buy. BMY has kind of come off a little bit with the recent news in positive news with pandemic developments. But 2521 in CVS and 2250 respectively in BMY. And then to round out, we've got a nice telecom $100 bill here. Can't scoff at that. AT&T, nice big position there, 65.36. We'll go into buying me approximately two and a dab of shares free of charge. Beautiful, beautiful thing to see that dividend reinvestment in AT&T, and then finally Verizon, which is owned in the Roth IRA here at 3171. So we got 296.20 for the month of August. Very cool. We'll roll into September strong, and we'll roll out another one of those videos 1st of September to start back on the weekly schedule, so folks can really understand what is the potential in investing, what is the power of dividend income. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that will be motivated by watching these videos and maybe looking to seek out some exposure to the market with a strategic goal of getting some dividend income on the way for you guys as well. So with that, we'll kick it back to YouTube and conclude the video. All right, guys, so welcome back. Out of the account, just shy of $300 for the month of August. It was a little bit light this month, that's fine, but I tell you what, man, we established this account a few years back, and where it's come and what it's rendering now is worth taking note. Guys, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I think that anybody out there can relate with the opportunity provided by dividend growth investing. I think there's a lot of people out there that could use a couple $100 extra per month. Dividend growth investing can get it done for you, but you got to get off the sideline and you've got to start. Hopefully this video provided you some motivation as to what is possible in the investing arena from a value investing perspective. Guys, if you like hearing what you have coming through the message, you want to subscribe to the channel, leave your comments at the bottom of the video, share the message with anybody out there looking for an introduction to the stock market. Investing is a very, very powerful tool. And I think it's one of those things that each and every person out there needs to weigh the pros and the cons and make an informed decision as to whether or not investing could be for them or not. So guys, thank you so much for tuning into the video, and good luck in your investment future.